Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how to write an equation in slope-intercept form when given a graph. So they give you a graph like the one on your screen, and then how do you write an equation from that. Today we're going to be looking at how to do this with the slope formula. There is another way to do this with rise over run. So if you're interested in learning that method, I will link that in the description below. Before attempting this lesson, you should already be familiar with slope-intercept form, with the slope formula, with graphing. If you want refreshers on any of those, I will also link those in the description. So here's our problem, and we need to write an equation. So step one is to identify the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is where does the line hit the y-axis, so that would be at 6. Remember, we use the letter b to represent the y-intercept. All right, step one is done. Step two, calculate the slope. So again, today we're going to be looking at using the slope formula. You can do this with rise over run, but this lesson is going to be with slope formula. So you need 2 points, and we'll go with this point and this point. We've talked about how to pick the points in the previous video. So this is -6, 2. This is 0, 6. All right, we have our coordinates. And so now we do that slope formula. Again, this I'm going to go pretty quickly here because this was covered in a previous video. So we would do 2 minus 6 over -6 minus 0, which equals -4 over -6, which equals 2 over 3 for your slope. All right, step 2 is done. And step 3, we're going to substitute into y equals mx plus b. So we just go y equals, we know our slope is 2/3. And we know our y-intercept is 6, and so here is our equation in slope-intercept form. All right, here's our cool clock for today, which means that it's time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these 2 problems on your own, and when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. All right, for the first problem, you should have gotten a final answer of y equals x, or 1x minus 6. And for the second problem, you should have gotten y equals -5 over 7x plus 24. Final answer, notice that the graph is scaled, so just pay attention to your numbers. All right, that is it for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.